Big Boar Barbecue presents Seven Rivers Racing on KQEG-TV with Dan the Voice Diker, Billy Doc Niles, and Paul the Statman Riker. Brought to you by Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem, in La Crosse on 3rd Street downtown and George and Gillette Street. Big Boar Barbecue, now that's a mouthful. By Carey Heating and Air Conditioning, your residential specialist, serving the La Crosse area since 1929. Carey Heating and Air Conditioning. And by the D&D Diner. Good food, fine wine. On Theater Road in Sparta, next to the BP Truck Stop.
Hey, race fans, welcome in. It's Seven Rivers Racing, KQEG-TV, along with Paul Reichert and Billy Doc Niles, who was back from freshly tanned from Rockfest last weekend. We are bringing you one of the state's longest-running racing TV shows. Billy Doc Niles, you picked we've got good racing Saturday night at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. We're going to start things off right off the bat with the La Crosse late models and NASCAR late models because Cole Howland. Now, as we show you this, remember a couple weeks back he qualified fastest 3 weeks in a row. What did he tell you? Well, it'd be nice if I had a car that could finish a race.
Yeah, that's been his problem all year. Is that he's fast in qualifying, he's fast in the race. Something happens, blows a tire, something breaks. He's got Jeremy Wagner luck, but
now,
not tonight, not this time.
Saturday night he qualifies for the 5th time out of 6 weeks fastest. What does he tell me in the pre-race? Boy, I'd sure like to get a car that can finish in the top 5. Well, as you're going to see right here after this restart against the very hot old shoe, Tom Carlson.
This was
Cole Howland's night.
This was Cole Howland's night. He said in the interview he got all the breaks. He finally got all the breaks. He found all the lines. He was able to outrun Carlson on a restart, and he ends up winning his first feature of the year.
Happy man right there. We're going to flip things right over to the sportsman class. Mark Chalet had about a half a track. His lead was almost the extent of going from Sparta to Toma on Highway 21. Man, he was on a rail, Paul Reichert, but problems in post-tech for number 13.
Yeah, then along came post-race inspection, found to have illegal heads, and that night of joy turned to, oh no.
But then it did turn into a night of joy for a gentleman now that has won 2 features in a row, first time in his career. And Billy Doc Niles, Tom Leathey's got to be feeling real good right about now.
You know, people always say once you get that first one, they come in bunches. I didn't see it happen with me, but look at Leathey. All of a sudden, it goes from 0 to 2 in a row. He's the hottest driver in sportsman right now. Bachman. Weber has problems again. Bachman jumps back into the points lead. This one's still going to come down to them two at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Bachman does have the points. They're very interesting with Chris Weber. First lap before the green, as the green is flying, he cuts a tire between turns 3 and 4, get it off, he gets back in line, and then a couple laps later between turns 2 and 3, he just said the car just completely shut off. Steve Bachman does jump back out for the point lead. To the Fender stocks we go, and, it was Andy Moore this time, coming out of the back row, but there was a 2-car in front of him.
Yeah, Bill Schott really had his car going great, and he was the man to beat Saturday night. Fought off Andy Moore and did a great job.
It's the second week in a row. Andy Moore has run that car 2 weeks in a row now. Came from the back, got to the front, but ran out of time.
Yeah, and that's been, when you're running back and forth like that, it was just how it was. But like Paul said, Bill Schott was just on a serious rail all night long. To the street stocks we go, and a relative unknown. Now, he does race every weekend at the Thomas Sparta Speedway with his counterpart from Kendall, Matt Moore. How about the 1999 Mercury Cougar, Billy Doc Niles? Dan Fry came out, and boy, what a show he put on.
It's second week in a row for street stocks, and Fry making both trips and makes the second one pay off. He might keep this up here. He could smell track championship, but it only took him a week to get that car dialed into this track, and now he's got himself a feature win in just 2 weeks.
The other thing I like about that is it's the only Mercury Cougar in the entire street stock class out of almost 60 drivers we have this year.
So we got a Cougar, we got a Beamer,
you got Impalas. I mean, the big thing in the class: Grand Prix, Grand Ams. There are some Oldsmobile out there, but
minivans because they don't get to race when it rains.
Yeah, 3 different rainouts. Talking about rain, it didn't rain at the Speedway on Saturday night, but Billy Doc Niles, there was quite a bit of water on the front straightaway.
Yeah, it was the annual boat race, and as you're going to see in the footage here, some wild stuff happening. I'm sorry I missed it, man, because that boat race is always a highlight of the season for me.
I felt bad. The 04 comes out, been our stuntman for the longest time.
Tyler
Mitchell says, man, I said, when I'm announcing this thing from the infield, he brings this boat out, and you can tell that this boat is huge and it's heavy. All right, well, what happens on the front straightaway when you get a boat turned sideways? T-bone.
Oh.
Didn't happen. He lost his boat on the second lap all the way up into turn 1. Nobody even had an opportunity to even look at it, let alone.
That's the best part about seeing a boat sideways and trying to run right through it.
Best part of this boat race was a surprise to Dan Diker. I'm standing there announcing races, and I'm getting ready for the boats to come out. Jimmy Bjorkman, and I hope we have video on this because he's supposed to be sending it to me because Paul failed to get a good picture on my phone.
Oh, come on, Paul.
Diker's yacht made its appearance known at the back of the 28 car, and I had no clue what was going on.
Attaboy, Jimmy. That's some creative marketing right there.
And that Diker's yacht got obliterated about 3 or 4 times. I think the people are using this toothpicks now.
Yeah, I think so.
Of course, August 4th, next time there's going to be all kinds of scattered carnage in the racetrack or trailer race of destruction. Of course, Billy Duck Niles. Are you going to be there for EVA Destruction this year?
I don't know.
Night of Destruction?
That's what, 2 months off yet? I got time to think about that.
That means he's not going to be. He's got some weirdo concert to attend in some city. We don't even know where it is anymore.
I don't go watch. I can go boingo. Hey, and we also got to thank our sponsors, Big Boar Barbecue, the title sponsor of the show.
And where are we going to be? July 29th.
Check it out. I got the flyer right here, buddy. It's the 608 Piston Pounders Trophy Night. All day Sunday. It starts. Registration starts at 10 from 11 till 4. They're going to have all kinds of cool classic cars. They're taking out the whole block. They're going to be using the whole block. Lots of great food. 25 different categories are going to be putting trophies on. 50-50 raffle, door prizes, and live music by who, Dan?
Radio Man Dan Diker will be DJing the whole event, and yes, I do work for food.
Yes, he did this time.
Paul Reichert, who else is helping us out this year?
Well, we have Carrie Heating and Air Conditioning, the D&D Diner over in Sparta,
Tasty.
Epic Media, and Back 40 Wraps, and of course, our folks at FansRadio.com. Yes, they are.
It's like swimming.
Wow, yeah, hey, we got a great show coming up for you guys today. We got Matt Drazkowski. I got him crossed up here.
Cameron Riggs, Ian Zimmerman,
yep.
all from the same street stock team of the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. And Paul will be on the show, but you won't be able to see him much. Why?
Yeah, he's gonna be starting out back there.
We're going to tell you why. And Gretchen Gausmann is going to talk about what's going on at the Speedway on Sunday. We're just getting things started.
Lots of cars at the track on Sunday.
Yes, there is. This is Seven Rivers Racing.
You don't have to fly to Kansas City to get great barbecue.
4 years in a row and counting. Hi, this is Jerry Beyer at Big Boar Barbecue. Once again, La Crosse County has voted us the best barbecue and best caterer in La Crosse County. Making great ribs and great barbecue has always been my passion, and it means a great deal to me that you love what we do. If you haven't tried our ribs, pulled pork, brisket, or smoked chicken, try it and you'll agree. Big Boar Barbecue, a delicious mouthful.
Yeah.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on the problems in your life that actually matter.
Hey, Dave.
Like giving Jeff his ladder back before he takes it back. Or where to put the food when you both get the groceries. Or the doggy door that just became a raccoony door. Whatever you're worrying about, it won't be this. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Call today for your free estimate on a new American Standard system or schedule online at carryheating.com.
At the D&D Diner, you can expect hometown meals, hometown service, and hometown prices. Hi, this is Dale with the D&D Diner in Sparta, your new home for great food, cold beer, and fine wines. Whether it's a big breakfast, a tasty lunch, or traditional dinner, you'll find it on our menu. Whether it's Friday night fish dinners, Saturday night prime rib, or our many daily specials, your place for great food at fantastic prices is the D&D Diner in Sparta.
Welcome back, race fans. Simmers Racing, KQEG TV, along with Bill Doc Niles. I'm Radio Man Dan Diker. The program brought to you by Big Boar Barbecue, Carry Heating and Air Conditioning, D&D Diner in Sparta, Epic Media and Vinyl, Back 40 Wraps. They made that beautiful baby right there. And the fansarena.com. Let's see, even Paul's pointing his off camera, Billy Duck Niles.
Nice job, Paul.
I like the blue we have going on. Remember we had the Wood family in here a couple of weeks ago, and one of them had an oddball color on it, just didn't match?
No.
These guys, not knowing they were going to bring their sponsor shirts in, have made this whole set look that much more livelier. We're going to talk street stocks as
We even left the balloons in in the first segment.
Oh, yeah. We should have had Paul standing back there just holding. Come here, Paul. We're going to put Paul back here. You're just going to stand here for the whole segment and hold the balloons for us. You can go right around there.
Oh,
We're going to talk street stocks for the Crosse Speedway. Matt Drazkowski and Cameron Riggs are joining us on the studio. Ian Zimmerman is going to be in on the next
Get in between them. It's their sponsor. There you go.
Cameron's 9th in points. Matt Drazkowski 12th in points. Guys, nice to have you in the studio finally. How are we doing?
Good. How are you, man?
Doing good. I know Cameron. I don't know why. We talked about this on radio this week, Billy Duck Niles. Your race this past Saturday really stuck out amongst a lot of other street stock drivers. You were on a rail.
Yeah, I felt pretty good. In our heat race, I started 6th, I want to say, and had a pretty decent qualifying time. Made my way up to 2nd really fast, and had a good battle with Al Bartles for 1st and 2nd.
Anybody that battles Al Bartles, that's a good show.
It's going to be a lesson.
Yeah, definitely learned a lot. Tried a few new things to get around him, but he holds that inside lane so well, and it was impossible to get around him. But then in the feature, I felt like I was running pretty quick, felt pretty good, and then all of a sudden hit a tire and broke a tie rod, and that was the end of the night. But learned a lot, and I felt really good doing it.
You're not the only one to hit that tire yet this year. There's about a half a dozen.
The one in turn 3.
Yep.
You have the 1 and 3. That one gets nailed as they're going through the dirt. 4's been the nemesis to a lot of people this year.
Yep, that one was mine. I think Chuck put a magnet in there. I'm telling you, as many people as hit it, he had to do something.
You take a look at that red one in between 3 and 4. It started out right at the edge of the track. It is like this far down now for people hitting it. Wow. Matt, talk about how things are going so far with you this year.
Yeah, things are going pretty good. I was doing okay on Saturday till Cameron here did hit that, and I got collected in that too. I just had to go. The car was okay.
You didn't go Kurt Busch on him and say, that's a teammate.
Well, I'm pretty. I let a lot of things go. So.
He's like the mild-mannered, because he's the oldest one of the race team, because you're also father-son race team in the street stocks.
Yep, I'm the old man. My son and these 2 guys are buddies. They all been around my house since they were 15. So.
Of course, Tristan is his son.
Yeah, Tristan's not here tonight. He's at National Guard doing his little training, so that's why he's not here.
Talk about what it's like. I mean, I talked to other fathers and the pride they have racing with their sons and the fun they had. Talk about racing with your son.
It's I can't even explain it. We were side by side for about 2 or 3 laps on Saturday, and I really can't explain it. It's the most awesomest thing I think I've ever been a part of, and proud, because you're feeling a whole lot of emotions. You're proud. You're excited. Your adrenaline's going.
But at the same time, you want to door him and get him out of the way if he's blocking.
You eventually want him to pass you,
and he does.
But you wanted to make it as difficult as possible.
Right.
So pretty much.
Cameron, your season as a whole, how's it been going for you?
Lots of ups and downs, but overall it's been a great time, a lot of learning. I'm putting a lot of science into setting up my car with tire pressures to track temperatures, fuel ratios, trying out some new things. I've had a couple DNFs this year, but I've also had a top 5 and a top 10 finish and a couple heat wins. So
you say if the tire didn't get in the way, you've seen people getting faster here the last few times out.
Yeah, trying some new things, like I said, working with tire pressures and things like that, and getting a better feel for the track. So.
All right, we only got about a minute and a half here to go. Talk about some of the people you got helping out on the car this year, sponsor-wise.
Our title sponsor is Options Plus Home Healthcare. You can see them on our shirt. You can see them on the hood of our cars. We've also got DRZ Enterprises, which is a body shop in Winona. Redbox Plus, Manteca Recycling, they help us out with all of our tires, and we just brought on Handy Van of Rochester. They're going to be giving us a minivan to race in the series.
Awesome. Shameless plug here. Talk about DRZ Enterprises.
DRZ Enterprises, yes, it's my business. Do auto body collision, brakes, alignments, things like that. Been doing about 15 years, and it's pretty low key.
So it's safe to say that the very first street stock you worked on this year was Ian Zimmerman. We're going to talk about him next.
We're getting to that. Yeah, he's in the back laughing here already.
Yeah, he did a little bit of damage and then went, guess what, sir?
Well, no, I'm kind of, I know a few things they don't, but they're the ones doing the work. When they get stuck,
that's good.
I come up behind them and say, okay, maybe we should try this or try that, but most of the times, I'm not getting my hands dirty on it.
One of the fantastic teams, two of the big teams. We have the Crosse Speedway running in the street stock 6-cylinder class this year. Their other teammate is going to be joining us here in the next segment. You guys have done a nice job, well represented, clean cut. Your cars look fantastic.
Great looking cars, yes.
Thank you.
And Paul, it's taken me this entire segment not to bust out laughing, looking at Paul from here. All I see is the top of his head and 3 balloons. And I'm going to bust when this segment is done right here. I want to thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Success,
thank you.
And hopefully there's more street stock racing in the future.
Yeah, we sure hope so.
For sure.
All right, we're going to bring these guys out. Paul's going to stay back there holding the balloons. He's a permanent fixture there for the whole show of the balloons. Their teammate Ian Zimmerman is going to be next, right here on 7 Rivers Racing.
You don't have to fly to Kansas City to get great barbecue.
Big Boar Barbecue is up and running on the north side of La Crosse. Hi, this is Jerry Beyer at Big Boar Barbecue. Yes, the food truck is open at George and Gillette Street to make it easier for you north siders to find out why La Crosse County has voted us 4 years in a row as the best barbecue and best caterer in La Crosse County. Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem, and now open at George and Gillette Street. A delicious mouthful.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on the problems in your life that actually matter.
Hey, Dave.
Like giving Jeff his ladder back before he takes it back. Or where to put the food when you both get the groceries. Or the doggy door that just became a raccoony door. Whatever you're worrying about, it won't be this. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Call today for your free estimate on a new American Standard system or schedule online at careyheating.com.
At the D&D Diner, you can expect hometown meals, hometown service, and hometown prices. Hi, this is Dale with the D&D Diner in Sparta, your new home for great food, cold beer, and fine wines. Whether it's a big breakfast, a tasty lunch, or traditional dinner, you'll find it on our menu. Whether it's Friday night fish dinners, Saturday night prime rib, or our many daily specials, your place for great food at fantastic prices is the D&D Diner in Sparta.
Welcome back, race fans. 7 Rivers Racing, KQEG TV, along with Billy Doc Niles, the balloon, and Paul Riker. He's in there someplace, and this is Blue Day on the set. Options Plus Home Care sponsors all of our street stock drivers. This is number 3 right here. Ian Zimmerman, how are you, my friend?
Good. How are you doing tonight, Dan?
To get into the program.
Oh, there he is.
Right over here.
Weave your way through the sea of balloons over here.
Oh, God.
Wow. By the way, Ian's running 18th in points in the street stocks. That's at like 56 entries. Bill, I should have told you this before the show. Ask Ian how he got to come on this TV show. How did I all of a sudden, out of the blue, about 2 weeks ago, go, I need to have you guys on my show?
Ian, how did you end up on the show today?
You didn't snap your fingers.
As a team, we decided we needed to keep doing things to boost up the Facebook page. So we sat down, I put some questions together, and we just did interviews of each other and shared them to the Facebook page. Dan saw them. He got a little shout out in one of them, so I think that might have caught his attention.
Just a minute. You saw this. What, are you going to replace me or the balloons?
No, they did their own.
Oh,
They had their own. I don't know if it was in someone's house or garage, what it was. I'm just going through Facebook one night, and you know, I applaud drivers for this every single year. And I do it at orientation. I do it at racetracks. Social media is free, so get out there. And I saw these guys. They had a little TV studio thing. They had the Options Plus banner right there, and they just casually sat
And
back.
they had Paul holding the balloons.
They show now.
I wish we did have him holding the balloons.
We do rent Paul out for radio, for TV shows, and circuses.
Ian, the season didn't start out so well for you this year.
It did not. First heat race of the year, first race in the new car. I got a little high racing Cameron, and I piled her into the wall, and that was the end of the night. Rough way to start the year for sure.
And it looks like you're struggling to find the speed. I mean, it's just not as quick as it was when it came out.
Yeah, no, we've had a lot of continuing issues from that, with alignment issues and the tire rubbing on the oil filter, and losing oil pressure, spraying oil on the tire, all that stuff has me coasting up the track and losing power through the turns. So yeah, it's been a long season so far.
Paul, you got to let the balloons go because I'm really struggling to get through this segment here.
Well, you're going to really love it when we make them hold them during Gretchen's segment.
Holy cow.
Oh, God.
Ian, of course, you guys, you've always been in street stocks. You're not one that's gone, Hornets, Thunders, late models, just, tested everything. Yep. You guys went straight into street stocks. How come?
Well, we dove face first into the street stocks just because one of our neighbors, John Burbach, asked us to jump in a car for him, and that's how it started, and now we're all addicts. We can't get off the track. We just want more. And yeah, we started off running a van. Tristan and I split races, and eventually we got our own cars, and that's how we got started doing that.
Talk about how it came to be DRZ as a team. How did that come about?
Yeah, DZR Racing started because originally we were with No Limits Racing, and the team just grew to be so big because the street stocks are such a growing division. We just had to branch off to make things easier on ourselves and on John Smalls-Burbach, who runs the No Limits team. It just gets to be stressful with too many drivers and too many cars to take care of. So, yeah, we jumped over to DZR Racing at the end of last year.
But you're all still big buds, though.
Oh, yeah. We help each other out in the pits as much as we can. Everybody in the street stock division is always willing to help a hand.
And
pretty much
there's one area that Paul's talked about in the past is you've been very impressed with what these 6-cylinders look like.
Yeah, I mean, with No Limits, they got their cars looking like the cars in the movie Cars, and DZR has done a great job with their cars as well.
Yeah, we take a lot of pride in our cars. Me personally, that's my favorite part of the year is getting these cars painted up and looking good. I have a hand in pretty much all of our paint jobs. But sponsors love a good-looking car, so we're one of the few that repaint and wrap our cars each year. Sponsors like a nice, clean, fresh car, especially for parades, pictures, parking outside even for the day, company picnics and stuff like that. So, yeah, we take a lot of pride in our cars.
You know what else is cool? Is after Gretchen's segment, we're going to start sucking helium out of these balloons and talk like mice.
Well, we should have Gretchen do that, too. Matter of fact, we should have had every single guest on here hit from the balloon to just talk a little bit more about street stock.
That'll get the ratings up.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'll bring more balloons.
So what's in the future for you guys? Obviously, you would like to watch this. I mean, you guys are one of the innovators of the street stocks class because you've been in it almost every single year.
Yeah, we continue to grow, and we continue to improve, and we're always looking for new things, new strengths. We learn something different every race. That's the great part about it.
You've commented on that in the past. If you don't, you're not doing it right.
So, so like what Cameron does with his car, is he doing that with all the cars, or is he just experimenting with his right now?
Well, he's experimenting with his right now. We had heard something from another driver, so he's testing that out for us. And then if it works, we'll start implementing into the other cars.
I should have asked Cameron that, the guinea pig. We're going to call him the guinea pig now.
Yeah, every driver and every car drives different. Some people are a little more aggressive, different tire pressures for each person. So.
All right, so sponsors-wise, I know they're going to be almost the same identical sponsors that we had with your first two guys. Who do you got in your car?
So on my car, I have Options Plus Home Healthcare of Winona. They're my title sponsor, so the car is painted after their colors. We also got Redbox Plus of Winona for all of our tires and our rims. DRZ Enterprises of Winona, auto body repair, and P-Tops Auto. And Handy Van just jumped on as one of our sponsors, so we're real excited about that. But we're always looking for more. And wearing the shirts and bringing the balloons is all just little things that we do. We dress in cohesion every night at the track. So we do as much as we can for our sponsors. And
well, like I said, every time you guys are out in the public and you see any of these cars right here, Paul is for rent if you want him to be the man to hold the balloons. Look at that. How much more representation can get than Paul Riker. I want to thank Matt and Cameron. Ian, thanks for coming to the program.
Thanks for having me, Dan.
Continued success to you guys in the 6-cylinder class. And on behalf of the Speedway, thanks for helping that class grow.
No problem. We appreciate having us on the show. And we're ready to continue growing and get these street stocks to be a weekly racer.
All righty, another big event coming up at the Speedway on Sunday. We're going to talk about that next. And we're going to go from 6 cylinders to pretty much every car you can imagine across the board. That's coming up next, 7 Rivers Racing.
You don't have to fly to Kansas City to to get great barbecue.
4 years in a row and counting. Hi, this is Jerry Beyer at Big Boar Barbecue. Once again, La Crosse County has voted us the best barbecue and best caterer in La Crosse County. Making great ribs and great barbecue has always been my passion, and it means a great deal to me that you love what we do. If you haven't tried our ribs, pulled pork, brisket, or smoked chicken, try it and you'll agree. Big Boar Barbecue, a delicious mouthful.
Yeah.
Welcome back one more time to Seven Rivers Racing KQEG TV, along with Billy Doc Niles, Paul Reichert. He has gotten rid of the balloons. I'm Radio Man Dan Diker. If you heard the radio show this week, we had nothing but street stock drivers and car shows and car shows and car shows. And we're doing the same thing on the TV set right here. For the fourth time back with us, Gretchen Gausmann is going to join us. And you guys are going to be invading the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway on Sunday.
Yes, we are.
Now, who is it that's going to be there? The title.
It is.
What is it?
The La Crosse Speedway car shows brought on by WCC, or Wisconsin Car Enthusiast Club. And we bring anywhere from 200 to 500 cars onto the racetrack, anywhere from tuners, hot rods, classics, imports, literally anything.
And you guys, I've watched, because I have to announce go-karts. Every year you guys do this, I do the go-kart show for the fair. And I've stood there and watched the entire line. And this is before then. The gates open at 11?
They open at noon.
At noon.
At noon.
I've watched cars line up from the pit gate all the way to Highway 16 by like 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
You got
oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of cars involved here. What kind of activities you got planned for some of these cars?
We have a two-wheel drive dyno on site. And they charge their own fee for that. It's $100 for 3 pulls. You get to keep the dyno sheet when it's all said and done, and you get to find out how much horsepower and torque your car is pulling.
Could you make Paul run on that to see how fast Paul can run?
Probably not. The dyno is from full bore out of Dodgeville, Wisconsin, and then we have a burnout competition, exhaust competition, and then we do lower car limbo. So
lower car limbo.
Lower car limbo.
Yes.
Explain lower car limbo.
It's just cars going under a limbo bar. Lowest cars win. We have 2 trophies for that. We have a static setup, which is just driver, passenger, car, and we have an assisted car limbo, which is everybody piles on the car with, exception to some rules that we have day of.
Now, I can see, there's a rat rod that's done the burnout competition at Crosse Speedway. I can see him contending, and I can see like a Mazda Miata. Something that's automatically low to the ground. Isn't that like a shoe-in right there?
Actually, last year our overall assisted winner was a Fiat X19, and then our winner for the static was an Acura NSX. So no Miatas, little cars.
Small cars.
The NSX is actually a lot bigger.
Never been able to get in or fit in.
You have more things going on there than just stuff for the cars. You got vendors, you got music, you got food. Talk about some of the vendors and what you got going on.
We have IVS Wraps showing up. He has a booth there with 5 or 6 cars to show off. And then we have Volkswagen and Audi of La Crosse coming. We also have a DJ, we have food, and we have fun activities for the whole family.
So what you missed there was you had a DJ and food, and Diker has to work somewhere else.
Yeah, you notice how
Diker's not there.
DJ just kind of glanced off me and just kept going because I'm always
bouncing off
something else. The neatest thing is if you drones have become a big part of the show right now. I've seen the one you guys have when you go to Dell's. And I've seen the drone shots of La Crosse Speedway. You want to see a lot of people on the cars. Watch some of the videos you guys have on your Facebook and on your website. They're incredible.
Yep, you can find us on the official WCC.com or on our Facebook page. It's Wisconsin Car Enthusiast Club. We have a group page as well that gets hundreds of posts a day. And you can find us on YouTube as well under WCC.
One of the things I find amazing is the staggering number of members you have in the Wisconsin Car Enthusiast Club.
Yes.
What are you up to right now?
Our group page is up to 56,000 members.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
We only got about a minute and a half left on the show here. Talk about some of the sponsors helping you guys put this show on.
IVS Wraps, of course. They do signage, they do printed wraps, they do full wraps, they do ceramic coating on your car, protects your paint for up to 5 years. So they've got some good stuff going on there, and they're in Holman, Wisconsin. And then we have Volkswagen Audi of La Crosse. We also have Fitment Inc. as a sponsor, or Fitment Industries, I should say. And they are an online-based sales in wheels, suspension, basically anything from the chassis down that you need, Fitment has it.
And gates open at noon, you said?
Gates open at noon. It's $20 to show your car. We do have a VIP package for $40, which includes a photograph of your car, a t-shirt, a sticker, and premium parking. Otherwise, the $20 fee gets you into the limbo, the exhaust comp, and the burnout competition, any number of the three or all three for the $20 fee. Otherwise, if you're just coming as a spectator, it's free.
And everything we've seen so far, the weather is supposed to look fantastic.
Yes. Partly sunny, partly cloudy, no rain, perfect.
If you're watching Thursday and Friday, don't worry about what's going on outside right now. It's Saturday and Sunday that counts.
Yeah, and no humidity as well. And now, the big question, do they have to be a part of your club to get in there and show a car?
Nope, they don't have to be. They can just show up day of if they're a member or not and show off their car.
Awesome.
That's the way to do it. Get more information. Look them up on Facebook. Google search them on the internet.
Wisconsin Car Enthusiast Club.
And hit us up on our Facebook page, Seven Rivers Racing, or the radio page, because this, like I said, we've done this for the past 4 years, and we can get anything answered from Gretchen. If we can, of course, we'll be passing it on to her or her gang here of, 40 or 50 locally that help you put this on?
Yes, 40, 50 staff members around the whole state of Wisconsin that come out to every show to help.
That is simply outstanding. Bill, if you haven't, you got to get out there just to take a peek into the grandstands to see what they're all about. It's huge.
Going to be amazing. If you've never seen it, get out there this weekend.
Now, do you need someone to hold balloons?
I mean, I was thinking Paul could.
There you go. See, Paul is free on Sunday. So as the GoPro videos are looking over, look for the balloon guy, Paul Reichert. He is such a great guy to take one for the team. Gretchen, we appreciate you coming in again. Good luck, continued success on this big car show.
Yes, thank you.
All righty, that's going to do it for the program today. Check us out on Facebook. You can also watch the show on YouTube on Mondays. For Billy Doc Niles, the Balloon Man, Tiny, Paul Reichert, and Gretchen, I'm Radio Man Dan Diker. Bill's got a pin, and it's about time to get rid of some balloons. We will see you at your local short track. This is Seven Rivers Racing, KQEG TV.
You've been watching Seven Rivers Racing on KQEG TV with Dan the Voice Diker, Billy Doc Niles, and Paul the Statman Reichert. Brought to you by Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem, in La Crosse on 3rd Street downtown and George and Gillette Street. Big Boar Barbecue, now that's a mouthful. By Carey Heating and Air Conditioning, your residential specialist, serving the La Crosse area since 1929. Carey Heating and Air Conditioning. And by the D&D Diner. Good food, fine wine. On Theater Road in Sparta, next to the BP Truck Stop. Thanks for watching Seven Rivers Racing on KQEG TV.